Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today is another day of me trying to explain another Super Mecha Champion Mecha. And today's Mecha is called Snow Mirage. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Now, this is not a free Mecha. You must need to use 20,000 of the gold coin in order to get this Mecha. And let's talk about its ability. So, this thing has this weapon change. So, when weapon change happen, you will either be using dual pistol or sniper rifle. Okay, and this is the secondary weapon. Again, same thing. When you are using the dual pistol mode, you will be able to use this grenade, but when you use the rifle mode, okay, you will be automatically using this aim mode. Okay, and this one is a normal jump, but it can also help this mecha to climb up the stairs. Like it basically goes upward. Propulsion module, sorry, propulsion stuff. Okay, now this is optical camouflage, and the main purpose of this is to dash away from the battlefield, as well as to use uh, camouflage ability to stay invisible for a certain period of time. Okay, and as I said, this is weapon change capability. It is a core skill. Okay, so the question remains is what type of mecha is this? Well, as the ability shown here, it is considered as a sniper burst type of mecha. I 100% agree with this one. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started to the training ground to actually give a better demonstration of how to use this mecha. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about its mod mod modules. Okay, so when it comes to the attack module, there is this fire dual pistol mode. Okay, this is the dual pistol mode, and there is this sniper mode where it basically changes into a sniper. Okay, that interesting. I do not know why the crosshair basically went to 100% accuracy. I do not know why it happened. Anyway, and this is basically the impact. High charge ammo is 15% to impact size of the sniper of the AoE of sniper rifle round. Okay, so it basically means that when you shoot at the enemy, if you are, let's say, a little bit of distance by a certain centimeter, then it's still gonna be able to hit the enemy mecha. So that's basically what it means. Now the question remains is which one is useful. Now, as you probably saw that despite written here, whatever it is written here, you can definitely see that if you do not shoot in the proper area 100%ly, then what will happen is the shot is gonna get missed. Okay, okay, yeah, so it basically means that up to a certain point you will start to miss the attack. So what does this mean? It means that when you are shooting the enemy, obviously you have to aim at them as efficiently as possible, otherwise it is not gonna work. So from that point of perspective, using light trigger is gonna be more important than using this one. Why? Because here's the thing. Just because this is a long range mecha doesn't mean that any enemies is not gonna show up at the short range. So if an enemy does show up in a short range battle, obviously you have to survive. So from that point of perspective, obviously using a little bit higher fire rate in the dual pistol mode is gonna be a lot more important than using 15% of this ammo impact. Okay, or high charge ammo, which is why I suggest that you stick with this light trigger. Now let's talk about this defense module. Now when it come to the defense module, there is progressive progress, 12% progress on stealth bar, and there is 20% of sensor added to the grenade. Now this is the secondary weapon. The secondary weapon is a grenade. Okay, so when this grenade is used, if it detects enemy nearby, then what will happen is it will automatically explode. Okay, so as you can see here, just by going near the enemy, it is exploding. So what it means, it basically means that the percentage of the area that is gonna get affected by the AOE of the grenade is up to 20%. Now the second one is progress on stealth. Now here's the thing: even if you were to not select this mechanism is still gonna work properly. Okay, for example, let's say I am not moving at all. Okay, now what's gonna happen is if you just move for the purpose of aiming, that is not moving is actually like using the up down left right button to move, and when you use the up down left right, okay, or WASD button, obviously only then it is considered as moving. Only then this camouflage will automatically go away. So from that point of perspective, even if you were to not have this augmented camouflage activated, you will still gonna be able to use this camouflage mode for a long period of time. So from that point of perspective, I suggest that you do not use this augmented camouflage. Instead, you use amplified sensor. Okay. Now let's talk about this Mecha's ability to use propulsion. Now when it comes to propulsion, there is this propulsion here, and there is what should I call it? Tactical skill. Okay. Let me. Okay, here it is, tactical skill. So the question remains is which one do you want to use? Well, it depends on you guys, because overall 16% or 18% is not that much of a difference. But when it comes to running away from the battlefield, obviously it is more important than to just change into the camouflage mode, because once the enemy sees where you are, even if you were to change into a camouflage mode, it is not going to work properly. You must need to also get out of the place, such as, let's say, something like this. So I was over there at that place. Now I am here. So I'm basically 66 meters away from the original place. So what does it mean? It basically means that if you were to have 18% more of charging distance when stealthing is available, this Mecha is able to get away from the battlefield even by a longer distance. Okay. So from that point of perspective, I suggest that you use optimized jet, because whether it is a battle royale or team deathmatch, it is gonna be useful in every cases. Okay. Now let's talk about these core modules. Okay. Now when it comes to the core module, there is stress program and shadow piercer. Again, if you are a very good sniper type of user, then obviously shadow piercer is gonna be a very good one. But if you are the type of person who is gonna be using tactical skill a lot more often than using this 15% of more damage on the sniper, that is, then obviously go for this one stress program, because what happens is when you shoot at the enemy, the cooldown rate is gonna happen even a lot faster. Okay, so from that point of perspective, if you are a type of person who runs away from the battlefield a lot more than shooting at the enemy, then obviously stress program is the best one. And if you are the type of person who is very good at sniping at the enemy, then obviously shadow piercer is the best. Okay, now let's talk about this mecha's ability to do damage from a very long distance. Obviously this is a sniper type of mecha, so obviously from that point of perspective, doing uh, maximum damage using this sniper mode is obviously very easy. Other than that, the question remains is what about the dual pistol mode? The dual pistol mode is accurate enough, but it's not gonna do massive damage. So if you want to give warning shot, like the enemy shooting at you, but you don't want them to shoot at you, so you shoot them back to give a warning shot, then obviously using this sniper mode is gonna be a lot more interesting. Okay, why? Because the thing is, they will not try to attack you suddenly, because they know that the amount of damage this mecha can do is a lot. So yeah, that's the thing. Now the question remains is, should you be doing while you are in non-camouflage mode? Obviously not, because you do not want the enemy to know where you are. So yeah, you have to stay in camouflage mode, then shoot. Okay, so yeah, that's basically how it works. Now let's talk about this mecha's mid-range attack. Again, in the mid-range attack, do the same thing as in the long-range attack. Shoot at the enemy while you are in camouflage, or use this dual pistol mode to shoot at them. Now obviously this dual pistol mode is fast enough, but not the fastest. So obviously the enemy will die by your attack, but also at the same time it is better to use this sniper mode even in the mid range to actually do damage to the enemy. Okay, Now, what about the grenade? Can the grenade actually reach the enemy there? No. See? Okay, maybe it can. Let's see. That is about 113 meters away. Yeah, it didn't reach there. So yeah, the grenade actually doesn't go there. Now the question remains is, what about this Mecha's ability to survive in a short range fight? Now this Mecha's ability to survive in a short range fight is equivalent to saying that you should not fight in the short range. Okay, why is that? Because this mecha was never meant to be a short range mecha. This mecha was meant to be a long range and a mid range mecha. So from that point of perspective, if you were to use this mecha in a short range fight, obviously a pro short range player is gonna be able to destroy this mecha a lot more easier. Then you might be saying, okay, what if I were to shoot at the enemy at close range? Yeah, that is good, but how long can you do that? Because it has a reloading time, and there is no guarantee that you will be able to successfully shoot at the enemy up to multiple times, because they will be continuously shooting at you as well, and the overall durability of this mecha is about 2600. So from that point of perspective, this is more of illogical than a logical solution. Okay, so don't use this mecha in a short range fight, because this mecha was never meant to be a short range mecha. Okay, now let's talk about this mecha's ability to do sneak attack. Now the sneak attack that which you will be performing is two of them here. One is a secondary weapon. Okay, and then the second one is gonna be when you see the enemy, shoot at them. Okay, and if you were to shoot at the mecha, okay, from the long range, then obviously the enemy is gonna get destroyed, but you will be hiding immediately afterwards. And by doing so, what will happen is the enemy mecha will get confused of where you actually are. Okay, so from that point of perspective, you can definitely use this mecha in sneak attack like this. Okay, like hiding behind a certain object. Now when it comes to sneak attack uh, what should I call it, sneak attack 3, this is sneak attack 3. Sneak attack 2 actually doesn't work, because in order for you to do a sneak attack to like jump and shoot, let's see if I can actually do that. No, I cannot do that, because in the aim mode, okay, this is called the aim mode. In the aim mode, you cannot actually shoot the enemy mecha. So actually that is not possible. Okay, now this is the attack 3, like attacking from a higher distance. Now for this case, the moment you see the enemy mecha, shoot at them immediately and then go back. In doing so, what will happen is the enemy mecha will get destroyed, but also at the same time they will not be able to hit you back. Okay, why? Because you are basically behind a certain object on a higher platform. That's the main reason. Now another thing that I understood by mistake, this mecha doesn't have AoE damage. Okay, but somehow when I shoot at a certain place up to this place here, the mecha is still taking damage. Okay, I can assure you that this mecha doesn't actually have AoE damage. But why is this still happening? Well, this is happening because of hitbox. What do I mean by hitbox? So hitbox is an indication of where am I gonna hit and the enemy is gonna take damage. And because the hitbox of these enemy mecha are made in such a bad way that even if you were to shoot a long distance away from their actual body, they are still gonna take damage. So what will happen is, if you, let's say, above a certain platform and then shoot at the enemy below, okay, the enemy below is still gonna take damage even though you're not actually hitting at them. I was hitting at this place. See, the area I was hitting was at this place, and the mecha that is taking damage is over there. So what it means, it basically means it is a malfunction. Now I do not know whether you are gonna get banned from this or not, but at least since you are not using any type of cheat code related thing, you are not gonna get banned. But this is a horrible thing. This is not a AoE damage type of mecha, and yet it is still doing AoE damage. So yeah, that's a bullshit. Okay, now let's talk about this mecha's ability to use a tactical skill to get away from the battlefield. Now this mecha has two capabilities. One of them is a tactical skill, Another one is the propulsion module. Now, you can use the propulsion module in two different ways, okay? First of all, you can use the propulsion module to go to a higher platform. Now, why is that? Because in team match, in team deathmatch, or let's say in battle royale, the main purpose of a sniper mecha is to make sure that you understand where the enemy is coming from, and you can basically alarm your uh, teammates to let them know that yeah, the mechas are coming from that place. So let's go to that place and get prepared. So that is one of the main reasons why you should be using sniper mecha in the following manner. Okay, that is point number one. Now point number two is, let's say you have suddenly used up your tactical skill and then again another enemy mecha shows up. What can you do? You can use this propulsion module to actually get away from the battlefield in a different way. By doing so, what will happen is uh, you will actually save yourself from getting further attack. Okay, that is one of the, that is the second way which you can use the propulsion module. Okay, it's not propulsion module, I mean propulsion ability. Okay. Now the next one which I'm gonna talk about is the tactical skill. Now the tactical skill of this mecha is made in such a way that it can go front, back, left and right in a dashing manner. Okay, by doing so, what will happen is this mecha will be able to uh, run away from a certain bad situation very easily. Okay, and because of that exact reason, you have to experience yourself into making sure that you can use this tactical skill as much as possible, which is why using this what should I call it, which one, so which is why using this core one is going to be more important from that point of perspective, to run away from the battlefield, that is. Okay, I do see a lot of glitch here. For example, see this arm, it is basically pointing that it is holding a gun, but it is not. See, wow, amazing. Talk about glitch. Okay, anyway, so let's say this enemy mecha is shooting at you, or enemy is shooting at you. What can you do? You can basically use the tactical skill to get away from the battlefield in this manner. Okay, and in that way you will be able to survive the fight, because durability in this case is a lot more important, and if the durability out is, obviously your mecha is also out. So yeah, you have to be careful of that part. Now let's talk about this mecha's ability to survive in water battle. Okay, so let's just say that suddenly the map is closing and you are now in a place where you must need to cross a large body of water to get to the next place. Okay, the question is, can you do so? Well, what if you get attacked while you are under the water? Well, the thing is, this mecha can actually use the propulsion, and because this mecha can use propulsion, you can basically use the propulsion and the dual pistol mode to shoot at the enemy, and in doing so, what will happen is the enemy will be continuously taking damage. And obviously you can also use grenade, but if you are 100% accurate or not, that is up to you. But both this dual pistol mode and grenade will basically help you actually survive the battle in water. Okay, so from that point of perspective, I will definitely say that this mecha has the ability to survive in an underwater battle very easily. Okay, now other than that, these are basically all of the thing which I can say about this snow mirage mecha, and these are the maximum way which you can use to defeat the enemies. Now a lot of changes had been made. For example, by shooting in this manner, I was able to continuously shoot at the enemy without even going full aim mode. Okay, but it seems like it has changed a certain amount. Okay, like if you do not get a full aim mode, the attack which you are doing on the enemy is not gonna be 100% accurate. So yeah, you have to be careful of that. Another thing is, this mecha recently got it what should I call it, what is the opposite of buff, debuff. Yeah, this mecha got a little bit downgrade. How? So this mecha used to have dual grenade mode, but now it is only one grenade mode. So yeah, from that point of perspective, obviously what has happened is this mecha has lost its ability to do a lot more damage with the secondary weapon. Now they could have lowered the overall damage output, but instead of lowering the overall damage output, they basically turned two of the grenade into one grenade. This is a very bad move made by the company. Anyway, that's basically it for the training ground. Now let's go to this lobby section to actually talk about the rest of the other thing. Now this mechas, when it comes to the mods of this mecha, the mods of this mecha which I have given is attack percentage. Now in case, sorry, not attack percentage, I mean reload rate. Now in case if you're wondering why did I give reload rate, why not attack percentage and many other things. Well, the thing is, if you were to read this description here, it is said here 12% less reload time. Obviously, 12% is a lot more than 1.5% or 2% or even 6%. So, from that point of perspective, understanding how this mecha work is an essential part. So, for example, if I were to give this mecha uh 1.5% of total long range damage up to 3 times, it is gonna be 4.5 damage. Okay, so 4.5 damage obviously is not that much good, and obviously from reloading point of view, okay, if you were to have high reload rate, then obviously if you are suddenly out of bullet, you can immediately get your bullet back as fast as possible, because this mecha's overall reload rate is 2.3 second, and it can basically go as down as 1.5 second if you were to give more lower reloading rate percentage. Okay, so from that point of perspective, giving this mecha 4 of this lower reload rate percentage is gonna be a lot more important. Now I have given this mecha 2 combat skill recovery, because this one is also gonna be useful for this mecha to run away from the battlefield as much as possible. Now this can further increase to 10.2% if you were to give it ROM's ability. Now let's go to the pilot section to actually talk about it. Now just by having more durability is not good enough. You must need to maintain that durability. From that point of perspective, Nink's ability is not the best. ROM's ability is the best because you'll be able to run away from the battlefield as much as possible. Okay, for snowmares, that is. Now Maxwell for snowmares is also a very good option, because it will basically allow snowmares to get into higher platform even a lot more faster. Okay, if you want more shield durability instead of normal durability, obviously a gravity amplifier is the best option. If you want durability recovery without using any item, then this is another best option. Okay, this is not the best, because in order to get 13.5% of total damage output, you must need to destroy 90% of your total mecha durability, which is not the best option. This is not even a good option, and this one doesn't work on Snow Mirage. This one works on Snow Mirage, but this is the worst option, because it has a speed which can only be activated up to 3 seconds. This is the same as Ning abilities, so nothing to say here. This is if you want shield recovery. Okay, if you want mecha shield recovery, shield durability recovery as fast as possible, then this is the best option. Now this is one of the best option. Okay, normally I don't say best option for many reasons, but this is one of the best option if you were to use this on Snow Mirage, because Snow Mirage is a long range type of mecha, and yeah, it is gonna be best, but I cannot say it is the best, because its overall damage output is gonna get 0 once the enemies are less than 150 meters. Okay, this is the best option if you want to use as much as less reloading rate possible, then obviously this is the best option. Now this is a very good option if you have recovery item. If you do not have recovery item, this cannot be used, so which is why it is a good option but not the best. This is the similar as this one, because this one works at the beginning part of the battle well, whereas this one will work at the end part of the battle well. So it is a good option, not the best. If you want one of the best overall damage output option, then this is the best one, because after using a secondary weapon, so let's just say you use a secondary weapon, then what happens is the primary weapon will gain 22% of total more damage output for 7 seconds. So yeah, let's say you use the grenade and then afterwards switching to rifle mode and then using the aim ability to shoot at the enemy using the primary attack. Okay, this is gonna do about 22% of total more damage output for 7 seconds, which is actually a lot. Now this one is good because Snow Mirage has the ability to hover in the air. And the last one is this one. Now this one is more of the rifle mode. If you want to use rifle mode to do 8% more attack after every 4.5 seconds, then this is a good one, but not the best because the overall cooldown is way too much high, 4.5 seconds for every attack. Okay, so from that point of perspective, if you are to ask me which one is the best, ROM is the best for tactical skill recovery, ER is the best for battle royale durability recovery, fighter is the best if you want more shield durability recovery, Norma is the best if you want a more overall damage output, Jonas is best if you want uh, to fly in the air for a longer period of time. Ivan is the very good, very best for, sorry, not very good. Okay, these are best. Okay, all of these are best. Ivan is the very best if you want to have high shield durability recovery. Sorry, if you want to have high shield durability instead of normal durability. And last one is Silence if you want more reload rate as much as possible. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. These are the 7 best one which you can use on Snow Mirage. Okay, so anyway, if you find this video useful, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icon to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you and see you again next time.